Hello everybody, my name is Ostentatious24 and welcome back to She is a Mermaid. The finale, possibly? We'll see. I really don't know what to pick, but yeah. Let's not waste any more time. We got a decision to make. What am I gonna choose? I'm leaning towards the bottom one, but I'm not sure. Raise my hand with enough force to move the unnecessarily beautiful moon above. That sounds so poetic, but I don't know. I just have this feeling about the second one. I don't know. It seems like a weird. I don't know. Like I don't know. It seems weird in either case. But let's go with this one. Try to pick a way to reliably save Ion at the very least.
どうやって記憶を取り戻したんです？あなたは確かに未来を変えることを諦めて全てを忘れたんじゃ。
How did you regain your memories? I thought that you abandoned changing the future and forgot everything.
いいえ、確かに変えたわ。変えることを諦めたり失敗した場合は、ただ全てが無効になって人間に戻るの。
No, I changed it. Had I abandoned or failed in changing it, everything would have been negated and I would have returned to be human.
すごい根性よね。あの時は若かったからどうかしてたのね。
That takes a lot of guts, you know. Being young back then contributed. I was beside
だけ
myself.
ど世の中って思い通りにいかないものね。ああまでしてダーリンを助けて結婚して幸せに暮らしていたのに、たった数年で先立たれちゃうなんて。まさか連結した未来がこんな形で切れてしまって全てを忘れることになるなんて誰が思った？
However, not everything in this world can go your way. I did all that to save my darling, got married and lived a happy life, but he ended up dying before me in just a few years' time. Who would have thought that a late future being cut off in this fashion would make me forget everything?
なら今はどうして記憶が戻っているんですの？結局全てを失ったなら。
Then, how are your memories back now if you ended up losing everything
奇
then?
跡でも起こったんじゃないかしら。今までずっとイオンを苦しめてばかりだったから。
Well, it must be some sort of miracle, right? They've been doing nothing but making Ion suffer this entire time after
誰
all.
がです？
Who has? That.
What? I'm unable to simply bask in the emotions. My body is sinking. The whirlpool is drawing near. My body is simply sinking. I try to squeeze out the last of my strength to flutter my legs, but my body is completely powerless. Crap. Am I really going to just keep sinking like this? A science nerd getting done in by Mother Nature. That is absurd. I ended up like this. Still unable to hear Ion's answer, too. This is a failure. Have I failed? Do you mean to tell me that I failed even though I linked my future with Ion? In that case, is there no other way to keep Ion alive other than me dying? Inside the cold water, I space out and think to myself as I sink. Honestly, I had a feeling it would come to this. This is my foolish end, where I've rushed in headlong without thinking about the consequences. It's just as Rin-san told me. I'm perverse, and I'll do the unthinkable. Then again, while I can't say I'm satisfied with that, I do think that this is by no means the worst thing to happen. At the very least, I'll try boosting my morale by calculating the profits and losses. In any case, I saved Ion. I regained Ion's future. This reliably gives Ion, and Ion, what's going to become of Ion?
なのに今さらあなたが死ぬですって？死んでイオンさんを助ける。それじゃあイオンさんが今まで失った10年はどうなるんです？何のために今まで全てを我慢してきたんです？
I'm gonna skip this because it's just a flashback. We already read it. We want the juicy new details. What would happen to Ion's feelings, seeing as how she made the decision to throw away everything to save me? What would have been the point of her throwing away her life and living as a mermaid? What would have been the point of forgetting everything? Can my death really solve this anyway? Really? Really? Really, really, really? Hypothesis, 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 hypothesis. Must form a hypothesis right now. Must form it. Must form a hypothesis as to what will happen in the worst case scenario right now. Even if it's... now I trip on my words after all that. On basic English grammar, if it's... Oh my god, my stupid tongue. Even if it's a 1 in a million, 1 in a billion, 1 in a trillion chance. Have I already linked our futures? What happens if I die while I have a future linked to Ion? What will happen to Ion if I die like this? Ion will turn back into a human? I've seen Ion turn back into a human every time I'm exposed to mortal danger, and I've deduced this fact. But what if I were to die right now? What if I were to disregard Ion's feelings after she risked her life to save mine? Saddle myself with her future in an incomplete manner and die. Wish I could have produced at least a single result I desired, but I couldn't. I'm the worst. I can't breathe. My consciousness is gradually slipping away. No, 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 no! This sucks! I can't let it all end like this. Die and save the one you love? I know that it's always depicted in a cool and exciting manner in novel and manga, but I know just how cruel it can really be. I have to live and convey how grateful I am to Ion. I have to tell Rinsan that I've come back after doing the craziest thing ever. I have to play with Pitako again. If I were to die here, everything would be belly up. There's not a darn thing cool about dying satisfied about saving everything. In fact, I haven't been able to save a darn thing to begin with. For another thing, I don't want to die. My parents run hot and cold with their emotions. My friends are filled with perverts and morons. I lead a foolish life. I've studied so hard I could drop dead in order to be happy. My collection that I've scoured the ends of the earth for. All the plans I've gone through with. The games that I hammered out high scores on. The manga that I haven't read yet. If I end up dead here, then I'll have to give up on everything. Also, Ion really cast aside everything to save me. A normal person who would have given up on the idea and stopped even if they were set on it, but not Ion. I can't breathe. The water is a cold, dark, and swirling mess. The waterfall is mercilessly dragging this human to its bottom. I can't. This sucks. As such, I slowly lose consciousness. I feel something soft touch my lips. I can feel the sensation of air passing from mouth to mouth. Our lips are locking. At the same time, I feel my chest being compressed. Something has a hold on my face. This is... She has legs! This is the life of a person more important to me than anything. The person saving me by tossing everything away. The person I'm trying to save by tossing everything away. Well, if I'm sinking and she's not a mermaid anymore, maybe she should have kept the fishtail, because now it's gonna be hard for us to get back up, so, okay. Well, we'll just keep reading. The person I'm trying to save by tossing everything away. It's the person that I love. Ion.
Hiroto.
Despite the fact that it's being drowned out by the loud sound of the swirling water, she says it in her mermaid princess-like voice. The sweetest voice in the world.
私もこんなにヒロトが好き。
I love you so much, Hiroto.
Also, Ion's body is wrapped in something very bright and beautiful. Wait, no.
ヒロトさん、本当にイカれたことをイカれるほどしたって分かってます？
Did she turn to bubbles? No, wait, but no.
Hiroto-san, I know that you did something truly outrageous in a truly outrageous manner.
Break free of the spectacular and whimsical mood into a more romantic one in front of the waterfall. But Rinsan is here saying something that is far removed from that romantic setting. It makes my head turn! I mean, I said beforehand that I'd be doing something outrageous, didn't I?
イカれるって何？
What's outrageous?
Kids don't need to know that.
溺れたの助けてあげたのに子供扱い？これだから大人は大人なんか！
Oh. No sneezing. Ugh.
I saved you from drowning and you treat me like a kid. This is why adults are annoying freaking adults.
Seems like she's back to normal. The ex-Patako from before is gone, lost like a second-long dream. Anyway, I have to admit, what I need to admit, if I was going to fall into a waterfall I couldn't get out of anyway, then I should have tried to stay conscious as much as possible. Wave for Ian as a mermaid to save me rather than needlessly flounder around. As a result of me floundering around and losing consciousness, I almost died, with Ian having reverted back to a human. Every time my life is exposed to mortal danger, Ian's lower half reverts back to human form. That hypothesis was proven to be true in that moment. To think this would be the way it be proved, though. Directly proving a hypothesis itself is romantic to a degree. Rinsan smashes me across the back. Ouch!
結果的に私とペタコさんが助けて差し上げましたが、今後このようなことがあったら顔面を強く殴りますからね。
Ultimately, Pitako-san and I helped to rescue you. But should you ever do something like this again, I will punch you hard square in the face.
これで今後ヒロトさんが大学を首席で卒業しても私たちのおかげ、コネで大企業に就職しても私たちのおかげ。
What, are you trying to put a life debt on me?
Now, even if you graduate college as a valid Victorian, it will all be thanks to us. Even if you get work at a major corporation due to connections, it will all be thanks to us.
いつか人魚の論文で賞を取っても私たちのおかげ。宇宙人から世界を救っても私たちのおかげ。
Even if you win an award for your essay on mermaids one day, it will all be thanks to us. Even if you save the world from aliens, it will all be thanks to us.
美味しいものを食べても私たちのおかげ。面白い漫画を読んでも私たちのおかげ。息をするのも私たちのおかげ。わかります？
Whenever you eat something delicious, it will all be thanks to us. Whenever you read a funny magazine, it will all be thanks to us. Whenever you breathe, it will all be thanks to us.
How in the world are you able to express that you saved my life in such massive detail?
漫画で学びました。
I learned it in a manga.
Manga just might be a harmful medium after all. As I negatively assess modern-day subcultures in my mind, Rinsan stands up while carrying Patako on her back.
わあ、誘拐される！
Wow, I'm being kidnapped.
What is the matter?
先に帰ります。
I will be returning home.
Oh, then I'll come with. Gwah! Don't just up and punch me! I'm injured over here. How can you just hit a poor, defenseless young man like this? I swear I'm gonna ask for compensation next time.
わざと抜けてあげるんですからね。空気読みなさい。
It's on purpose. I'm getting out of your hair. Try taking the hint for once.
You can't. I'm so embarrassed I can't look her in the eye. So don't just leave us alone. You call yourself a decent human being.
これだから童貞は。
Oh, thanks for
さっきの
that.
根性はどこへ置いてきたんです？しっかりしなさい。
This is the problem with virgins. Where did all that bravado a second ago go off to? Get yourself together!
But you said I shouldn't be a pervert with her. You make up your mind. Rinsan rushes off down the mountain as quick as the wind with Patako on her back. I then find myself abandoned. So she is fine. She is here where everything's good, right? With a face so filled with embarrassment, she seems likely to keel over. Anne tugs her skirt down with all her might in a futile attempt to conceal her ivory white legs from view. Bah! It's just me and Ion now. Dead silence. Wait, were those not frills from being a mermaid? Oh, are those ribbons? Wait, what's in her hair? We sit next to one another in front of the waterfall, not saying a thing. Ion is still embarrassed over the ivory white pair of legs underneath her skirt. She's pulling the skirt down for dear life to conceal them. Stop that. When your lower body was all fish, you would be moving around with your skirt off, but now it's different. Honestly speaking, you try to hide them from me like that looks a little lewd, if you ask me. Whew, I gotta calm down. Speaking of which, even though her other parts have reverted back to human form, her hair were parts of its fin-like... Oh, okay, so they are still... Oh, interesting. Even though her other parts have reverted back to human form, her hair where part of its fin-like remains is the same. It's quite the strange phenomenon. Should I observe that fin-shaped hair with a careful eye? Yes, her hair. However, my eyes are focused solely on Ian's pair of ivory legs.
Don't look.
Sure thing. She's fine with her chest being wet and soggy, but she's super embarrassed about her thighs. Why, though? Perhaps a difference in her values? Is there a scientific reason as to why she's trying to conceal her legs over concealing her chest? The mountains are silent outside of the echoing sounds of the water. We bask in the pale moonlight. We're a stupid couple being shy at one another. Me, embarrassed. Give me a break. To think that two people who traversed the lines of life and death a second ago could be overwhelmed by such docile emotions. That's why I'm enjoying the serene mood of me being alive with Ion. However, as I do partake in it, Ion slides on over to me. Try to put my arm around her shoulder silently when her head seems likely to go into a full-blown eruption rather than a simple blush, so I give up that idea. If I put my arm around her, she might transform into something else. Up until now, we've shared a quiet, casual skinship piggyback rides carrying her princess style, but now it all seems like a lie. Crap! Why is it a single, simple kiss making this mermaid, no, I mean this childhood friend of mine, why is it making her look so sexually attractive? I feel like I'm going crazy in the head. Thinking about what I should do in a situation like this in a scientific manner is proving to be impossible. The question of what is a woman has stretched over millennia, despite being researched among fortune tellers, alchemists, and scientists. Not a single thing about it has been proven. So what do you expect me to do? Oh, Newton, give me strength! As I shake my head like an emotionally unstable person tormented by my worldly desires,
I'm sorry.
Ian suddenly apologizes to me. Why? Why though? Why are you apologizing? She saved me, but she's the one apologizing. Does she mean she's sorry for keeping you alive?
Hiroto, in order to save me, you strained yourself to say that, didn't you?
She's making less sense now. Say what? And says while stretching her skirt to her thighs while keeping her head hung low. You know the skirt is gonna come off if you keep pulling it that hard.
Do you love me?
That's some negative thinking right there. My philosophy is never say something that isn't scientifically proven. No, I mean, I really do love you. I tell her the objective fact and nothing but that in a calm manner. This is an objective fact, so it's not embarrassing in the least. A real man wouldn't hesitate in saying a completely proven objective fact. So yeah, this isn't embarrassing at all. And gets oddly startled. Why is she so startled? Do I look like the kind of guy who'd kiss a girl I don't like and stay silent?
Oh.
She's startled. She's so startled that she can't even speak. What caused her to act like this?
Hiroto, you said that you have a girlfriend!
I don't. Or wait. Now that she mentions it, I feel like I said something about dating science or having a girlfriend. Who would have guessed a simple little bluff would turn out so seriously? The heck is this? Is this all my fault? Ion stares at me vacantly. Then, bam! Ion clearly tries to land a kick on me, but she topples over with a thud. She spent so much time having a tail that she seems to be unable to adapt to human legs.
Him?
Ion looks at me with a frustrated expression. Then, whap. Ion reaches her right hand out, slapping it on my head and gripping it. From the look on her face, she seems hesitant whether or not to go right ahead and apply the brain claw on my face. She desperately lifts her hips, sits in an awkward position, and... She once again looks vacantly at my face. Mm-hmm. You're not hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silence. Is that, you are hurt, or, you're not hurt? The awkward mood persists. I scientifically hate the fact that it is... Oh, I was really fumbling with... So, hey! I'm gonna play the odds. I stand in front of Ion and grab a hold of both of her shoulders. Oh, I had a bad angle. I grab a hold of Ion's shoulders once more as she struggles. Meet her right in the eye and lay it to her straight. Ion. Getting the chills from repeating what I'm about to say is something I'm not a fan of, so make sure you listen well, okay? I love you, okay?
Okay.
That's adorable. And you, Ion. He said it 3 times now, at least. I check again. And you, Ion. At least tell it. There you go.
I love you.
I know. Oh, it's so cute. Ion tries swinging her legs like a tail again and takes a tumble. I fear this is how it's going to be for a while. Alright, that settles that. We're in the clear. What the heck? Whoops. I stare vacantly at the sky. The moon hangs in the sky. The sounds of the waterfall are smooth and docile. I came to the countryside looking for relaxation, so why have things turned out like this? Oh well, in any case, I suppose that I've managed to settle things. Maybe. In that case, here, take it. I extend my hand to Ion as she lies on the ground. Ion grabs my hand and stands up. Ion plants her feet on the ground and finally finds her way upright with a curious expression on her face. She quickly loses balance, however, and her center of gravity slumps forward. Whoa there! I accidentally take her into my arms in my attempts to help her up. A sugary sweet sensation overcomes my brain. Been through a lot. A little bit of this won't hurt. Completely gone is the raw, fishy smelling odor, and in its place is a somewhat enjoyable aroma.
Hiroto.
Can you walk? Want me to piggyback you? And as lost in thought as she remains in my embrace, she once again lifts her head, peers into my face, and says,
Haruku.
I'll walk.
だから
So,
She keeps her eyes squeezed shut, blushes up a storm, and says,
って離さないで
You're barefoot in the mountains, that's gonna really hurt your feet. All the rocks and sticks and stuff.
don't let go of my hand, okay?
Sure. She descends the pitch-black mountain trail. With her bare feet, step by step, Ion slowly but steadily treads on, mystified. We're going down this extremely dangerous mountain at night, but, Center, for whatever reason, my mind is very calm. Along with our heavy footsteps, the sounds of the waterfall gets further and further away. Now, let's go home. Yeah, go home. And this time, we'll get some rest. Yup.